Hey y'all, I'm in my new place and my craft room is now in my bedroom. So long story short, I had a bunch of pre-filmed batched videos for TikTok and for Instagram that I was planning on posting. I had them all set. I made the captions, I made the thumbnails, like everything was done. Then my kids uninstalled the app on my phone. So all of that work, hours and hours, videos and videos, gone. So it kind of works out because now I can show you how I do it. So I'm gonna prop you up over here on my windowsill, and a great way to do this is what's called batching your videos and your content. So this is great for businesses. This is great for if you're looking to get yourself out there, get yourself viewed. If you have a Cricut side business and you're looking to get more followers, grow your business that way, which we've talked about more in this video here and why that's so important and kind of how to do that. So today specifically, I'm going to show you kind of the routine that I do to do this, and a huge hack to this is batching your videos. It's no secret that consistency is a big way to grow on social media, especially when you're trying to grow your business and get in front of more followers and more people that could be potential clients or business sales for you. Let's clear up the difference between consistency and constantly. So when we're talking about uploading consistently on social media, that does not mean you need to be uploading every day. That is not sustainable. It's going to get to that burnout position that you're not going to want to post, you're not going to know what to post, and it's just not sustainable. So it's really important that you're doing consistency. But what does that mean for you? Is it once per week? Is it once every few days? You're gonna have to address what that means for you specifically, and it's gonna look different for everybody. Now, constantly is what I feel like people think a lot when they hear consistency. They're thinking, oh my God, I have to post every day. And though that does help build your social media, and it's worked really great for me when I did grow my TikTok really quickly in the first few months, it was not sustainable, and even I reached a point of burnout, and then a bunch of crazy life things happened, which, I mean, life happens for all of us, and then I wasn't able to keep that consistency up. So making sure it's something sustainable that you do think you'll be able to keep up with. Life happens and things happen, and sometimes social media is going to be put on the back burner, which means your business is going to be put on the back burner a little bit. So that consistency word is going to be a huge component to this, and making sure that that's not your full strategy. It's part of your social media strategy to build your business. So really making sure you're doing that, and I just wanted to make sure that you really separate the difference between constantly and consistency, because consistency can look different for absolutely everyone, and you are going to need to assess what that means for you, what is going to be sustainable and attainable for you, and what just works to not bring you to burnout and ruin your mental health, because your mental health is so important here, and that's what this is all about. So really making sure you're caring for yourself. It will change over time, right? Maybe one time for a few months, consistency means a few times a week, and you'll need to reassess. Maybe that's just not working for you. Maybe you need to post a little bit less or a little bit more. You feel like you can handle more. So it's something you're going to want to be constantly evaluating and checking in with yourself, like, hey, how's my mental health doing? Is this okay? Can I keep up with this? And then so on and so forth. So I just wanted to give you that little bit of a tidbit, because I do not want anyone to think that I'm saying you need to sit there, post every single day, all day long, do nothing else with your life, and then you're just gonna get into burnout, a very bad mental health state of mind, and it's just not good for anybody. I don't know about you, but I don't have every single day to sit around and just film a few videos or a video every day. It's just not something that I'm able to do in my life. So what I like to do is what I call batching. And essentially what that is during one day, I'm gonna get ready. So I put on some makeup today, nothing crazy, and I'm going to film a bunch of videos in one. So ahead of time, I went ahead and saved different sounds of musics and things on Instagram and TikTok, Reels, things like that that I like and want to use those sounds. If you don't have any ideas ahead of time, maybe you just like the song or the sound that's playing, go ahead and save it, and then later you'll see in the editing process how I'm gonna go ahead and make it relevant to my niche, my business, whatever it is. So specifically for today, I will be filming more for my Cricut YouTube channel thing where I share Cricut tips and stuff like that, but I also do this exact same method for my Cricut side business. So I feel like a huge misconception is when you're posting on Instagram and TikTok, you do not have to even put your face in it if you don't want to. If you just want to film your product, obviously this is a bottle of juice, but let's say this is a mug that I made or something, you can put a really cute sound on and do it with just your hand or just the bottle, or make something fun like that if you don't want to show your face. Now for myself, I like to show my face. Sometimes I like to kind of put a face to the name and really make that personal touch to it. So that's what I choose to do. You do not need to do any crazy dances. You do not need to lip sync and learn all this stuff. Like, it's really super simple. So I'm going to show you an example. Perfect. So with this one, my idea specifically, and this could, let's relate this one to my business. So if I were going to go,
hey, perhaps I could be of some assistance.
Maybe it's a problem. So in this one, it's like, hey, maybe I can be of some assistance. So let's think about what we could do. Maybe it's someone thinking of like, you know, like, what am I gonna wear today or something? And then you like pop on out and you show your shirt that you make and you're like, hey, maybe I can be of some assistance, and then like you link your stuff. And remember, when you post things, always do a call to action in your video. So at the end of your reel or your TikTok, make sure you add like follow, for, and whatever you can offer them. You want to make sure you're offering something other than just selling your product. What are they going to gain from following you? Is it encouragement, motivation? Are you going to be teaching them things? And I know that can kind of seem confusing and weird when you're, let's say, a shop. You're like, I'm just trying to sell my shirts that I make. What do you mean, Shay? But I promise you, people are more than likely to follow you when you actually have something to offer them. It's going to benefit them in some way to follow you, see your content pop up on their page. So maybe you do really funny reels, or maybe you add some positivity to their day with just a really pretty, I don't know, a really pretty video, or some really pretty shirts, or funny sayings. Something like humor, entertainment, knowledge, teaching them. Those are great ways to get followers. So make sure you're including a call to action. For example, for my Cricut videos that I post, I do add follow for Cricut tips at the end of my videos. And it's super important because sometimes, myself included, when people are scrolling, they forget, and then they get the reminder and it's a call to action, and more than likely they're going to do it. Since I've been doing that, I have gained my following a lot, so I wanted to mention that to you because it's a really important step. Also make sure to include that in the caption, and we'll talk about captions more a little bit later. So we're gonna get started. So you do not need a stand. You can prop it up on, you know, your wall, on your desk, whatever you need. And what I'm going to do is set up my scene. So again, this is going to be a little different depending on what you're doing and what you're kind of filming or what it's for. But like I said, it's going to be for my Cricut channel here, so it's not necessarily for my business. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna grab my handy dandy Cricut machine. It's a little bit heavy, but that's okay. Set timer to 10 seconds. Definitely timer is the way to go. If you want to learn more about how to edit and stuff like that, I can definitely do that, but let me just get started here.
Perhaps I could be of some assistance.
Don't know if I like that. I'm just gonna keep filming it until I get what I like. I'll be right back. Now here is where batching comes in. I just filmed that one, and like I said, I went ahead and saved some sounds ahead of time, or kind of thought of some ideas that I wanted to do. I could go ahead and just change my shirt or my outfit if I want to make that kind of perception that I filmed it on separate days, because if you're posting it on your social media consecutive days in a row, you don't necessarily want to wear the exact same outfit every day unless it's some type of uniform. Honestly, I don't really care that much. I will normally just wear the same outfit every day in my life, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you really want to change it up, go ahead, change your shirt, pop back in, and film another one. And so this is a great way to add some versatile videos and different things to your platform. It's going to change up the look a little bit and not look as, I guess, as if you batched it. Now, there's no problem with people knowing you batched your content. I feel like a lot of content creators do this, and it's probably the most sustainable way to continue that consistency that's going to make your social media grow, which in return is going to help build your business. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing that, filming them all ahead of time. So all I'm doing is filming the clip, saving as draft, don't edit it, don't add text, nothing. The previous clip was another day, and I went ahead and filmed everything like I showed you. So now the next step is to go ahead and go into your drafts. So you're just gonna go to your reels, select on your drafts, and then you're gonna start editing them. So whether you need to cut certain clips, you need to add text overlay, whatever it is, we're going to be doing that. So let's go ahead and grab the one that I'm wanting to do that for. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the volume just because I don't want to get a copyright strike, but it looks a little funny without the text or the sound being with it, but that's okay. So we're going to say, awesome. So we'll just do that with the text. I mean, you can go around and fiddle with it. This isn't necessarily a tutorial on how to do Instagram Reels. It's more so how to batch them and do it. So what we're gonna do is we're going to do all of the text, all of the audio, all of that stuff that we need for our videos. So we're gonna do all of the editing for them. You can go in here in the music and you can do a voiceover, which is right here. That's a great option as well. So go ahead and do that and then go over to next. You're gonna scroll down and then save as draft. That's just gonna save them all in the same spot. So to go to your drafts, go ahead, go to your home page, your dashboard, or sorry, your home page. You're going to go to that little icon with the play button, which is for the reels, and select on drafts. So it's fairly simple to get to, and you'll see that all of your drafts are there. Once they're all filmed, like I said, the next step, which will be editing. And I like to do it all in the same day instead of doing it from start to finish for each video. This kind of avoids that whole biting off more than you can chew thing. So filming it all in one day makes it easy. Today I'm just gonna film. The next day I'm just gonna edit. And I mean, if you have to put it over multiple days, that's fine too, but this is a great option. So now I have these 3 videos ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead on my computer, and I like to personally edit some type of thumbnail. For example, on Instagram Reels, you can go ahead and actually do the cover button right here. And what that does is, I mean, you can do it like a little clip from the video, but normally it looks a little ridiculous. And I do have these added to my Instagram page when you go to my page. So I kind of like it to look a little better than this. So what you can do is do add from gallery and select the one that you want. So here is one that I have designed on Canva. You can also use like PicMonkey or other editing apps. Go ahead and add that. And then I'm just gonna show you as an example. You can crop the image to move it, just to center it. And this is what it would look like on your page, on your Instagram, if you choose to share your reels on your page, which I do suggest you do share your reels onto your dashboard and your page, because you're just gonna get more views that way, okay? So it's a really important part of this. So what we're gonna do is do it like that. The next part is the caption. So if you are already just swamped with editing, then that's okay. Split this up into a whole separate day, but I will go ahead and write a caption. Now in your caption, there are a few key things you want to make sure. You want it to be engaging. You want to encourage engagement in the comments. So it's really great to ask a question or something similar in the first part of your caption to get people to comment or open up that see more button and see what you have to offer. In your caption, you want to include something that will benefit them. Whether in your video you are doing the call to action like we mentioned and saying read the caption, and then in the caption is where you're going to put all of those meat and potatoes, all that information that they might want to get. So that is a great option as well. I like to add little emojis throughout my caption because it really helps it not just be a bunch of text and looking like a novel. It really breaks it down and makes it look more inviting to take a look at and not just so overwhelming. I also go ahead and add my hashtags at the very end. Well, my personal opinion is do a good amount of hashtags. I probably do about between 5 and 10 hashtags, and I don't count them. I just kind of do until I feel comfortable, and make sure they are fully relevant to the content that you are posting. And like I talked about in the video that I mentioned before, which will be linked also in the description box below, with your hashtags, you want to make sure it's what your target audience is looking for. So if you are selling personalized cups, you're selling, I don't know, shirts for moms or something, make sure your hashtags are reflecting that, whether it's moms of Instagram or moms of Seattle, I don't know, wherever you live, whatever it is, and make sure that that content gets put in front of those people. Now, Reels is a great option because Instagram really does push out Reels to new viewers, which is going to bring over more customers to your page and just potentially get more views. And again, I did talk about that and break that down more in the other videos that I mentioned, but it's so important to be able to use that feature on the Instagram platform as well as TikTok. Instagram, I do find, this might be a controversial opinion, but Instagram is a lot harder to grow compared to TikTok. So what I like to do is save my Instagram Reels before I post them. And how you do that, we're gonna go to the edit, and right here, this little button, it's like that down arrow, go ahead and press that, and that's going to save it. It normally saves it without the audio, so something to key in there. But what you are going to want to do is make sure that you go on over now to TikTok and go ahead and upload it. If you prefer to film it over on TikTok, I do the same method. I film them all the same day, I edit them all the same day, I do the captions, and then I go ahead and just upload for my draft. With TikTok, if you are doing it on TikTok and trying to bring on over that little video to your Instagram, try to save it without the watermark. Once it's posted, it's going to have the TikTok watermark. Instagram does not like that, so it does push out your video less. So a way to go around that, if you have an iPhone, you can screen record as you are doing it before you upload it. So in the like editing process when you go to view it and preview it, Otherwise, if you have some type of Android, you might be able to download a video screen recording app, like I've been using today, and that is also a great option to get rid of that watermark. Now when it's time to upload, I have a bunch of them pre-filmed, ready to go. I kind of like to do it a week in advance, so I try to do about maybe 5 or 6 ready to go. If I'm going to be doing a post, like just a regular picture post for Instagram, for example, I like to do that ahead of time as well. Whether you're going on vacation, you have work, you have school, whatever it is, it's a great way to keep your social media going, building it up and building your business at the same time as keeping it sustainable. Now, remember, you do not need to post every single day. It is something that is beneficial to you. It will help grow your platform and your social media. It's awesome. But also don't run yourself dry. Don't go crazy trying to grow it, because I promise you, maybe for the first few weeks it goes really great. You have all this motivation, but it does crash down, and you do not want to get in that rut at the bottom, because the point is consistency, right? So if you're posting really consistently for like 2 or 3 weeks and then you just kind of drop off and stop posting because you're exhausted, that's not sustainable either. So make sure that you find what is sustainable for you. Is it 1 to 2 posts a week and then anything extra is just a bonus? Is it maybe 1 post a day? Like, what is it for you? And that's gonna look different for everybody. So you really have to assess what works best for you. If you're curious, for myself, for YouTube, I do try to stick to the minimum of 1 video per week, and normally 1 live per week if I'm able to do that. Obviously, I've had some things going on these past few weeks, so I did have to take a little bit of a step back, but I have still been uploading my minimum of 1 video a week, which was my goal. Anything on top of that is bonus. For TikTok, I normally try to do at least 1 video a day. TikTok is very different, and I've talked about that more in other videos, but it's something that I'm able to post a lot more content on, because I can do like a 5-second clip of something and post it, and that counts as a video. Anything on top of that is bonus. And then for Instagram, I do try to post at least once a day, but it doesn't have to be reels. Sometimes I'll do like 3 reels a week, and then the other ones will just be a photo post or just on my story, something to get engagement and interaction over on my social media. So those are ways that I've been able to grow my business and start building up my social media all over again. If you look on over my TikTok, it's really working there. But if you look at my Instagram, I have under 500 followers, and it's something I'm slowly building up, because Instagram is a lot harder to grow on. Now, like I said, consistency is a big one, but also making sure you have something very valuable to offer. And all of us have something valuable to offer. And that is where you're going to be able to find all of the people that are going to come on over to you and be so ready to learn from you and get that encouragement, engagement, learn something new from you, whatever it is you have to offer. So I hope that gave you a little bit of advice on how to do that. I know when I posted the last video, I had a lot of questions on how to post, how to do all of this. If you need a specific tutorial on how to edit them and stuff like that, I could definitely do that. I am by no means a professional. I kind of just figured it out as I go, and I don't do any of those super cool like transitions and stuff. So not the one for that. But if you do need a super basic, beginner friendly version of how to do it, I'm happy to do that for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to check out this video here and my CRICUT business series here as well. If you're looking to start making money with your CRICUT and grow your CRICUT business, then check that one out. I'll see you on the next one. Happy crafting.